Hey, it's been a while since I've done a writing video. If you haven't noticed lately, I've been doing a lot of Let's Plays, which has been scheduled out because I wanted to do something more for the channel besides writing, but this is a writing update video. So Act 2, the outline is finished. It took me forever for a lot of reasons, some focusing, some video game related, some work related because I do work from home. So Act 2 is done, and I will be participating in NaNoWriMo, but for just Act 2, not for anything else. Because of my focusing problems, I rather just do uh just focus on the one story. I have the book 2 story idea, the book 3 story idea, and that's in a notebook that I've written down with notes ad nauseum somewhere else, so I will not focus on that. Now, this kind of makes me a NaNoWriMo rebel because usually people will be writing to 50,000 words with a brand new story. And I know there are some authors on AuthorTube who are going to do that for theirs, but for me, I need to focus on one story at a time. This is still draft 2. And through this process, I realized that everything in Act 1, not everything, but a lot of things have to change, and a lot of characters I'm either going to have to axe or change their role, because in Act 1 I have like one or two characters that have passed on. They were killed prior to the storyline, and then I realized that one of the characters don't fit the way the story is going at this point. So I have a character that's being axed, another character who has a role that needs to change. Some story there are certain parts of the story need to be expanded upon. My male lead, who's doing an okay job in my head at this point, needs an expanded upon personality, so he's not the personality of cardboard. And Act 2, I felt like I noticed that I was going through the Act 2 slumps. And I've been looking at a lot of author videos lately, a lot of author TikToks, and there are actually some that say, the Act 2 thing, not only do a lot of people go through the Act 2 slump, but sometimes with Act 2, it's a matter of your character is not fitting the way it is. That's why I said I'm axing one, I'm expanding on the personality of another character. And the main character, I had to change part of her personality, because she also may have somewhat of the personality of cardboard. And I was like, well, why is her personality like this? And I said, okay, you know what? I gotta step back, change her character motivations. One of the things, and I know this is a rambly video, but I've been meaning to get this out for days now, and it's like October 31st. So November 1st, we know, is the start of NaNoWriMo. The first thing I had to learn the first thing I had, okay, let me start from the beginning. So the first thing I did was I went through my Save the Cat book, which is in the other room. I would have grabbed it beforehand, but excuse me, I am so tired. I've been working a lot of overtime, but that's neither here nor there. I should have grabbed the book, but I've been going through the Save the Cat method, and after reading and rereading, and rewriting this part of the book, I realized that certain character motivations need to change. So that's why I said Act 1's going to have to be reorganized. And to be fair, I did use the Save the Cat method for Act 1, and I did have a solid part down. And then when I went to write it, that's when the story kind of deviated, which is still fine. And that's probably going to happen as part of Act 2 as I'm writing for NaNoWriMo. Um, sorry, like I said, I've been very tired, and now I got the case of the yawns. So the story's probably going to deviate yet again, which is not a bad thing per se. Deviating stories do happen. It's a little annoying. No, it's not a little annoying. It's a lot fucking annoying. It really is. But the Save the Cat method is probably the best option for me at this time. I do have the Take Your Pants Off storyline book. It's around here somewhere. It's also on my both books are actually on my Kindle too. The other thing, so I am participating. On I'm probably going to use my iPad, which has this Bluetooth keyboard. Let me just get it real quick. See, I have a Bluetooth keyboard. Then I have the tried and true MacBook and iMac in here, the MacBook Pro, which I'm using as a stand at the moment. And my Alpha Smart, which is in there. So the plan is to cram 50,000 words in 1 month, while also knowing that this is the month of let's get cooking. Everybody driving me bananas for Thanksgiving, so we'll see how that plays out. Thinking tonight, and I'm hoping this month goes. I'm probably gonna put in one vlog instead of two. It's either gonna be one vlog or 4 vlogs for that week. Not sure how this is gonna play out. The reason why I'm still in the thinking process of how I'm going to record all this, and the reason why I'm in the hesitation process of this is because I go to work 3 days out the week. I work overtime because we kind of need it. If you haven't noticed, inflation is a bitch, and bills have gone up, and they're not even like credit card bills or anything. It's regular fucking utility bills. Somehow the electricity has, well, not somehow, just it's a decision. I don't want to really get into that, but it's a decision that the country. Oh, it's only been 6 minutes. The country has made, so electricity's going up. My husband's car note went up, even though his credit score is amazing, which means we got a car note to pay. The rent thing going up, so that's $1,200 right there. My rent's not $600 before anybody starts, so you got $1,200 right there. Then I spent about $2,000 on my car to get it fixed. My car is like 2011. My car is almost. Yeah, my car's like 12 years old, 12, 13 years old. So had to buy the parts, get the car fixed. So I spent over $2,000 to get the car fixed up and get all the parts. That's a line of credit I had to use. The maintenance has gone up, food's going up, like everything has gone up. So I had to plan out how I'm going to do Nano. So 3 days out the week, I'm doing working overtime. See, I really got a bad case of the yawns right now. 2 days out the week, one of the days, 2 days out the week, I'm supposed to go to the Y. 2 days. Trying to think. So somewhere along that line, probably before I go to bed at night, I have to work on my book for at least 1 or 2 hours. I have my 1 hour lunches. And during those 1 hour lunches, I do relegate. Usually I regulate those days to doing my recordings for the Let's Plays. But that's been scheduled out for the month. That's why, if you haven't noticed, you probably asking yourself a couple things like, why are these videos so slow? And people have played this game, so it's already popular, so you don't need to like re-upload and all that crap. Look, I don't have to make a long story short, I play these games like every day. I pre-record it and I schedule them out. I used to do it once a week. Now I have it come out twice a week, usually on Thursdays and Fridays. At least the Resident Evil 4 video in the separate ways. I was gonna do Liza P. I'm not gonna fucking lie. I got pissed and said no, because after playing the game for about 2 hours, I knew that game wasn't for me. I mean, I'm playing it personally, but it's not good for a Let's Play because that is a Dark Souls game. Liza P is a Dark Souls game. I have yet to beat Elden Ring, and it's been a year or two since that game. Where is that game? Shit. It's out here somewhere. Elden Ring's been out for a bit. I haven't beat that game because that game is rage-inducing, and Liza P does the same thing. It's a rage-inducing game, and last thing I need is a noise complaint from my neighbors. I've never gotten one, but one of my other neighbors is really loud. I think she's a DJ or something, and they put noise complaints in, and trust me, you do not want the county to keep coming up here, the borough to keep coming up here and fining you. So with that being said, no, I will not be recording Liza P, but I will be doing Super Mario Brothers Wonderland once I get the equipment set up. Had to get an Elgato, and I didn't know the capture card changed, but that's a whole technical video I don't feel like getting into. But long story short, videos are pre-recorded. Next game up is Super Mario Wonderland. I was gonna do No More Heroes 3, but it's not that I can't do it. I just haven't beat the. I want to beat Travis Strikes Back before I do No More Heroes 3 because they're directly connected. But anyway, back to the writing. Back to the writing. So with the videos being pre-recorded, and already scheduled out, what I'm also going to do, I'm probably gonna write during the 1 hour, but I feel like it's not. I'm hoping it'll be enough time, so I can write during my 1 hour lunch, and then write again when I get back from the Y. Barring any doctor's appointments or any other Amazon returns that I have to go drive out because I got to do that today. I should be good. As far as the video recordings are going, I'm hoping the vlog, like I said before, I'm not good at these vlogs, really. I rather do the Let's Plays, like I said, but this is still a writing channel. The other thing I'm doing to support my creativity for NaNoWriMo is to continue to read. I got a Kindle in the bedroom that I do read at night, before, like for an hour, to help me fall. It does help you fall asleep, but there have to be good books. I have dropped a couple of books lately because I feel like I'm not new for them. So for this month, I am going to, for Nano, for the theme of my book, I'm reading Tokyo Dreaming. I know they tell you not to read books in your genre because you might copy them, but my book is a fantasy romance, paranormal romance, set in a different universe where humans technically do not exist. Basically, you got shifters in Elven, with a long-standing war romance, and one of the characters, I don't want to reveal the plot point or the big reveal, and spoiler free for you guys who are interested in the book, but one of the books for the theme I am reading for the month, Tokyo Dreaming, by Emiko Jean, which I read the first one, which was Tokyo Ever After. I enjoyed it. I'll be real honest. A lot of people aren't into YA romances, and this technically is a YA romance, but it's not a terrible YA romance. Like, I hate YA romances that are so damn predictable that it just makes me lose all interest. And I was so interested in the first one that I decided to read the second one. So Tokyo Dreaming is one of the books I'm going to read to supplement my creativity. The other book, because I kind of need to get through these hardbacks I've been meaning to for the last year or so. And the second book I'm going to read is I was going to read the Lily Chu book. I'm pulling it out. The Comeback, but the other one is the American Royal. Like, I hate the fact that Target puts these stupid stickers on here. Give me a sec, guys. Like, Target, you couldn't put this sticker somewhere else. I mean, I can get them off without ripping the book, thank God. I've learned over the years how to do that. But the other thing, $6.99, limited time only. American, because I saw it in Target and I figured I wanted to read it. It's called American Royals, which is supposed, someone told me it's like, where is it? Someone told me it's like the initial, I was staring at it because I couldn't remember off the top of my head. It's called, Competition. It's about the one about the guy who wants to marry, it's like competition to marry these princesses or whatever, which I didn't hate. It was more like, see, I don't want to go into a whole ramble about it, but basically, I didn't hate the selection. That's what it's called. I didn't hate the selection. I was kind of chuckling the whole time because I get why people get angry at it. I get why people didn't like it, especially having girls on display like that. But it was more of a, I just kind of shrugged at it. It was more of a shrug fest for me. But I heard that American Royals from the House of Washington, that's what it's called. Is like the selection. So we'll see. I'm gonna read that. So I got 2 books to be reading for Nano. Tokyo Dreaming and American Royals. We'll see how that goes. Maybe I'll include them in the vlog. But long story short, I will be participating in NaNoWriMo. Now, as far as me reaching 50,000 words, probably will not, considering I have about 52 chapters. I outlined up to chapter 52 or chapter 53. I'm probably going to have more than 50,000 words once I'm done writing the whole damn thing. Act 3 will not be the hardest because I kind of figured out Act 3. Act 2 is going to be my pain in the ass that I want to deal with right now. But other than Happy Halloween, yeah, that's it. I'm just going to be participating. It's just the announcement. Participating in Nano. Act 2 is done. The outline. We'll write out Act 2 during the month, and we'll see what happens. So, that's the end of the video. I'm saying words and I'm slurring. That's the end of the video.